Good morning, homies, and welcome to mikeybalzz Fishing. Kind of a sad day to an extent. And this is, dude, hashtag real fishing. I have been struggling, especially on Lake Guntersville, dude. It has been a grind. Part of it, I think, is the fishing's been tough. There's no doubt about that. But part of it is I really don't know what I'm doing. Like, I have some conceptual understanding in that. And you know, I gotta say that too. I've had some mentors too. You know, Ryan Salzman, Justin Lynch. I'm sure I'm forgetting like other guys. My buddy Jacob Wall, who fishes the pro circuit. Like, I've had some guys like, you know, Alabassin TV. Sadly, his channel is gone too. But there's been some guys who've kind of like helped me and given me some direction in that. You know, to focus on this. You know, when you get to this season, think about this. But dude, right now I am struggling, and I don't like asking for help. So, like, I'm gonna do what, when I first came down to Florida and fished Lake Okeechobee, this is what I did. Like, I would go out there and, dude, I would catch like 2 or 3 fish, like one of the best lakes in the country, you know, catch 2 or 3 and be ecstatic. Guys are catching 22, 25 pounds right next to me, and I catch 3 fish because that's 3 more than I caught the day before. I'd be absolutely ecstatic. And, I'm in that situation now. Like, I need to simplify my mind. Like, literally, I'm an amateur on this lake. I'm a newcomer. I have no idea what I'm doing. I got some basics of fishing, but this is a whole new ballgame, right, Bog? I can't get so worked up, right? So here's what we're gonna do, and this is a strategy I used on Okeechobee because I got into places where mentally I was struggling, and dude, it was frustrating. I wanted to fish, but dude, every day I would go out there, it was just hard. Like, it was super duper the grind. It almost wasn't fun, but it was fun because it was so hard. But here's what I did, and this is what we're going to do today, is I would go back to basics. And that's why I think I'm going to title this video that, Back to Basics Bass Fishing. Like, I know on Lake Okeechobee, I can punch some mats and catch some fish. Solid one. I might not win a tournament. I might not do it perfect all the time. I know if I pick up a fat ace and throw it around like isolated cane stalks, I'm going to catch some fish. So I'm going to frame that. What do I like to do? What do I know that can catch fish? Well, in Alabama, dude, if you don't fish a bridge, you're out of your mind. And I've learned that very quickly. A bridge has fish. Might not be the right fish, might not be the right species of fish, but they're there. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go out and we're going to simplify this process, because that's the best way to get out of a rut and get out of like just a struggling period. We're going to fish the basics. We're going to fish bridges. We're going to fish riprap, things that I like to fish. Get out maybe a square bill, maybe fish like a little grass bait with a chatterbait and power fish through it. I want to use some baits where I can cover some water, baits that I have confidence in, chatterbait, A-rig, jerkbait, square bill, and just get out there on those high percentage areas and break out of this rut, because that is what needs to happen. We're going back to basics. We're going to be simple, and hopefully we're going to catch some fish and break out of this thing. If you like these kinds of videos, hit that like and subscribe button. Let's see if we can do this, guys. Come with me. Let's break out of this rut. Back to basics bass fishing.
So you see the fish? They're just kind of out from the bridge. They're all scattered around here. They're eating. Oh, there's some more. I think those are bass, actually. See the dots right there? Oh no. Is that a bass? What? It is. Wow. How did that even happen? Is that a big spot? Come here. Should have never followed my deal. Dude, she came right up and freaking got it. She got everything though. That's only, hey, watch it, Poke. It's the only problem with these A-rigs is they freaking get a lot of hooks, and I don't like that part. But it's all you can do to catch them. Nice one. So we talked about fishing simple. We're gonna spend some time There's a bridge right here. And anybody that knows anything about Guntersville knows that bridges are gateways. They're like passageways that the bass have to go through to kind of do their seasonal movements. And it gets a ton of pressure. It's a classic community hole style spot. But for that reason, I'm extremely stubborn. So I'm kind of good at the community hole stuff because I can sit on something and grind, dude. Do the Okeechobee grind on a Guntersville bridge. So we're gonna get on this thing. We're gonna throw like a friggin' hollow body swim bait on a goat head, and then probably throw an A-rig, a whole bunch, and target just kind of little like cuts and corners, and try to figure out where those fish are lined up like in the column of water, because it can be as deep as like 25-30 feet in the middle. But sometimes those fish are out there because the bait's out there.
Do you see that, guys? That's literally what we're trying to catch. That's a big bass. They seem to be over like anywhere from 10 to 15, but they're in like 8 to 10 feet of water, just sitting there. I don't know if that's a striper or a bass. That feels like a striper, or it's a giant freaking bass. That's a freaking big old bass, dude. It's like a 4-pounder. He got all the A-rigs. All of the A-rigs. It's another nice one. All right, so let's talk about how we're fishing this. I hope you guys can hear me over the car. So we got the bridge. We're fishing kind of all the area around the bridge. There's a bunch of bait. We got our A-rig right here. And this is why it's nice to use that slightly shorter rod, because I can be a little accurate. All we're doing is throwing that A-rig maybe at the piling. Here's the big trick. We're letting out a little bit of line and letting it sink down to like 6 to 8 feet. And then I like to give it a little pop to set it right. And then as you can see, I'm just slow reeling it. Every once in a while, I'll put a little English into the reel, but we're just trying to keep it in that 8 to 10 foot range, just like a bait ball that's swimming through this bridge or around this bridge, and just making a ton of casts to some of the same areas, and you're getting a bite every 30 minutes, 40 minutes or so. It's not like craziness, but there's definitely fish here, and there's some big ones. There she is. That's a good one. Oh, please be a bass. We got a bass. Got her hooked on the back though, guys. That's why you make 37 casts at the same spot. Nice fish. That's pretty good one. Just throwing, got my A-rig, now that's all messed up, but just throwing down this bridge piling, and friggin' she smacked it.
Surprisingly, this is all bait, dude. All of that is bait. It's so thick that the graph thinks it's the bottom. And you know too, because you see all these birds flying around and all that. But dude, look at all that. That is a lot of bait. God damn it.
You catching speck or crappie, whatever you guys call them up there? Yeah, you want it? Yeah. Friggin', I got snagged on the piling and went to get my swim bait, jerked it up and dragged some line up and snagged a friggin' speck. What's the limit up here? 30. Really? That's fun, man. That's a lot more bass than I'm catching, dude. You fish pro or? No, dude, I just shoot YouTube videos and shit. Fish on. It feels like a big one too. Yeah. Ooh, Nelly. On the A-rig. That's like a 4 or 5 pounder right there. Got her. She freaking chowed it. Look at that. Nice fish. So guys, as you can see, we are fishing the basics, back to basics. We're on a bridge. If you come to Guntersville, fish bridges, right? So we're throwing this A-rig. I got my goat swim jigs. You can see it's all screwed up. You know why that is? Because I just caught a freaking thunker. But dude, I can't tell you how many casts we've made to the same spot over and over and over again. But the big key is there's a bunch of bait there and you're just slow reeling it back. But let's get this thing released, dude. It's a freaking tank. How about that, dude? That's a Guntersville stud. Look how she's been eating, dude. That is freaking awesome. Fuck, she's let her out. Oh, it's a big girl. That's what it's about, boys. But repetition, repetition, repetition. We're gonna wrap this thing up, guys. Say what's up to Bog. Oh, he's so tired. Bog needs to go eat dinner, and so does Mike, because I think we're gonna go out to Smith Lake tomorrow. You know, going back to basics, dude. We fished that bridge. We probably should have stayed there all day. Got a big freaking bite on there. Missed a couple. Actually, it's kind of cool too, because we talked to a lady who was fishing right next to us. They caught an 8-pounder about an hour before we got there this morning. So you know the fish are there, and just having some confidence and like using those as building blocks. You know, as you go into a new body of water or a new seasonal movement, a new season. You know, like you need some kind of confidence. You need something to jump off of, and especially when you're not getting a lot of bites, and it is this tough. It's important to have kind of a starting point, and that's what we're building now. We're building a foundation. We're building a base. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Highlight baits, bog. Oh, it's a bog. Definitely the A-rig, swim baits, shad imitators. Oh, say high five. Yes, I know. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Your support makes this channel grow, keeps it grassroots, keeps it real fishing. We are out. Sun is setting. Peace.